Today we're covering a major food safety alert that's making headlines across the country and sparking concern in households everywhere. The FDA has issued a recall for over 64,000 pounds of butter, a product found in nearly every American kitchen, from home cooks to professional chefs. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a significant event that could impact your daily meals and favorite recipes. The reason for the recall goes beyond simple quality control. It's a serious health issue, especially for people with food allergies or sensitivities. The affected butter may contain undeclared allergens, which can trigger dangerous reactions in those at risk. For families with allergy concerns, this news is especially alarming. The recalled butter was distributed to 12 major centers across the United States, reaching grocery stores, restaurants, and food service providers. This means the risk isn't isolated. It could be present in your local supermarket or even in meals served at your favorite eatery. What's more, the distribution didn't stop at the U.S. border. Shipments also made their way to the Dominican Republic, expanding the scope of the recall and making it a truly international concern. The potential for exposure is vast, and the risk is widespread. The recall was first initiated by Bunge North America Inc., a major player in the food production industry. As a company responsible for supplying ingredients to countless businesses, their decision to recall such a large quantity of butter underscores the seriousness of the issue. The FDA then escalated the recall, highlighting the potential public health risk and the need for immediate action. When the FDA steps in at this level, it's a clear sign that the situation demands attention from everyone: consumers, retailers, and food service operators alike. The agency's involvement means that both individuals and businesses must take the recall seriously. It's not just about avoiding inconvenience. It's about protecting public health and preventing possible allergic reactions or other health complications. In this video, our goal is to break down exactly what happened, what it means for you and your family, and most importantly, how you can stay safe. We'll walk you through the facts, clear up any confusion, and provide practical steps you can take right now. We'll explain which products are affected, the specific health concerns involved, and what medical experts recommend if you think you've purchased or consumed the recalled butter. Knowing the details can help you make informed choices and avoid unnecessary risks. Food safety is something that touches all of us, no matter where we live or what we eat. Staying informed and vigilant is our best defense against foodborne risks and recalls like this one. So let's dive into the details of this important recall, learn what steps to take, and make sure you and your loved ones are protected from potential harm. Here's what you need to know to keep your kitchen safe and your family healthy as this story unfolds. The core issue at the heart of this recall: undeclared allergens, one of the most serious risks in the food industry today. For people with food allergies, even a trace of an ingredient like milk can trigger severe, sometimes life-threatening reactions. That's why accurate labeling isn't just a regulatory requirement, it's a matter of public safety. Bunge North America's European-style butter blend was found to contain milk, but shockingly, the product's label failed to mention this crucial detail. For a product that looks and tastes like butter, missing the milk warning is a critical oversight, especially since milk is one of the top 8 allergens that must be declared by law. For millions of Americans and their families who live with food allergies every day, this kind of mistake isn't just inconvenient, it's dangerous. Parents, caregivers, and individuals rely on labels to make safe choices, and a missing allergen warning can put lives at risk in an instant. The recalled butter was distributed in hefty 1-pound blocks, packed into large cases. In total, 1,800 cases were shipped out, all identified by the lot code 50640365503. These weren't small retail packages, but bulk shipments intended for use in commercial kitchens and food manufacturing. This butter never sat on grocery store shelves for consumers to pick up. Instead, it was used as an ingredient in other foods, baked goods, prepared meals, and restaurant dishes. That makes the risk even harder to trace, since the end consumer may have no idea that the food they're eating contains undeclared milk. That's why the recall is so sweeping. Food companies that received the affected butter must now comb through their records, identify any products made with it, and pull them from distribution immediately. It's a race against time to prevent allergic reactions before they happen. The modern food supply chain is vast and interconnected. A single labeling error at the source can ripple through factories, distributors, restaurants, and ultimately to your dinner table. It's a reminder of how much trust we place in every link of the chain. As of now, Bunge North America hasn't provided details on how this labeling error occurred. The company's immediate focus is on removing the product from circulation and working with partners to prevent any harm to consumers. Food manufacturers are required to follow strict protocols to prevent these kinds of mistakes, including allergen control plans and regular audits. But when those systems fail, rapid response is essential to protect public health. The top priority now is clear. Get every mislabeled block of butter out of the supply chain as quickly as possible and protect those who are most vulnerable to milk allergies. This recall is a wake-up call for the entire food industry, a reminder that vigilance, transparency, and accountability are essential to keep our food safe for everyone. The FDA classified this as a Class 2 recall, an important distinction in the world of food safety. When the FDA issues a recall, it's not just a formality, it's a carefully considered action based on the potential risks a product poses to public health. Recalls are divided into 3 classes, with Class 2 sitting in the middle. It's not the most urgent, but it's far from trivial. A Class 2 recall means the product could cause temporary or medically reversible health problems. In other words, if someone consumes the product, they might experience symptoms that are uncomfortable or even require medical attention. But these effects are generally not permanent and can be treated. While it's not the most urgent level, Class 1 recalls are reserved for the most dangerous situations. A Class 2 recall is still a serious matter. It signals that there's a real risk, and the FDA doesn't take these decisions lightly. Class 2 recalls are especially important for people with specific health conditions like food allergies. For example, if a product contains undeclared milk, someone with a milk allergy could have a reaction ranging from mild to severe. For most people, this butter poses no harm and can be enjoyed without worry. But for those with allergies, the risk is real and can't be ignored. If someone with a milk allergy eats this product, it could trigger a dangerous reaction. Symptoms might include hives, stomach pain, or even more severe responses like difficulty breathing or anaphylaxis, which requires immediate medical attention. The range of symptoms can go from mild discomfort to severe but treatable reactions. Quick action and awareness are key to preventing these outcomes. Even though the chance of life-threatening consequences is considered remote, the FDA escalated the warning to ensure everyone takes notice. It's about protecting those who are most vulnerable. This classification helps both the public and the food industry know how to prioritize their response. It's a signal to take action, not just for consumers, but for everyone involved in the food supply chain. Food manufacturers and retailers must act quickly to remove the affected product from shelves and warehouses, preventing further exposure and keeping consumers safe. For consumers, a Class 2 recall is a clear sign to be vigilant, especially if you or someone in your family has a milk allergy or other sensitivities. Checking labels and staying informed can make all the difference. The recall system is designed to catch problems before they cause widespread harm. Scientists, inspectors, and healthcare professionals all play a role in keeping our food supply safe. Understanding these recall classifications helps everyone, consumers, retailers, and manufacturers, respond appropriately and protect public health. So, stay alert, follow FDA guidance, and always check for recall notices to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. This recall highlights the importance of food allergen labeling. The FDA requires companies to declare 9 major allergens: milk, eggs, fish, shellfish, tree nuts, peanuts, wheat, soybeans, and sesame. These 9 account for over 90% of allergic reactions in the U.S. Labels must clearly state if any of these are present, often in a contained statement. For those with allergies, reading labels is a life-saving habit. When companies fail to declare allergens, they put lives at risk. That's why strict enforcement of labeling laws is essential for public health. The undeclared allergen in this recall is milk. While milk is healthy for most, about 6 million Americans have a milk allergy, especially children. Unlike lactose intolerance, a milk allergy is an immune response that can be severe. Even trace amounts can trigger dangerous reactions. Parents of allergic children must be vigilant, reading every label and monitoring every meal. A mislabeled product like this butter can introduce hidden risks into safe environments. That's why the FDA takes undeclared milk so seriously. Accurate labeling is the only way for people with allergies to protect themselves. When that trust is broken, the consequences can be life-threatening. If someone with a milk allergy eats the recalled butter, reactions can range from mild to life-threatening. Mild symptoms include hives, swelling, itching, upset stomach, or vomiting. More serious reactions affect breathing, coughing, wheezing, or throat tightness. The most severe reaction is anaphylaxis, a medical emergency that can cause shock, a drop in blood pressure, and blocked airways. Anaphylaxis requires immediate treatment with epinephrine and a trip to the ER. Recognizing symptoms early and acting fast is crucial. Never dismiss symptoms after eating a recalled product. Quick action can save lives. That's why food allergy regulations exist, to prevent these worst-case scenarios. Know the signs and don't hesitate to seek help. Food safety is everyone's responsibility. If you have a milk allergy and think you've eaten the recalled butter, monitor yourself closely for symptoms. At the first sign of a reaction, stop eating and follow your allergy action plan. Use your prescribed medication, like an epinephrine auto-injector if needed. Seek medical attention. Even mild symptoms can worsen quickly. For severe symptoms, call 911 or go to the ER immediately. Report any adverse reactions to the FDA's MedWatch program. Your report helps protect others and improves food safety for everyone. Food labels are a critical safety tool, especially for those with allergies or dietary restrictions. The FDA's labeling laws exist to give consumers the information they need to stay safe. Clear allergen statements take the guesswork out of shopping. When labels are wrong, trust is broken and safety is compromised. This recall shows how a single mistake can have far-reaching consequences. Manufacturers must maintain strict quality control at every step. Consumers should stay vigilant, double-checking labels, even on familiar products. Teaching kids with allergies to read labels is essential. Food safety is a shared responsibility between producers and consumers. The Bunge butter recall is more than a corporate error. It's a lesson in why food safety rules matter. The system worked. The company recalled the product, the FDA escalated the warning, and the public was informed. Accurate food labels are a lifeline for those with allergies. This incident reminds manufacturers of their responsibility and empowers consumers to stay alert. Food safety is a collective effort from farm to table. Recalls aren't a sign of failure. They show the system is working to protect us. By staying informed and taking warnings seriously, we all help create a safer food environment. Let's keep food safety a top priority for everyone.